Welcome to Linux 101. I'm excited that you're going to be joining me in this course to learn more about Linux. Before we get into details about the course, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Brent Eskridge. I've been using Unix and Linux on a daily basis for over 20 years. Also, I have a PhD in computer science and have taught university students for over 17 years. In that time, I've learned quite a bit about what works and what doesn't work when students learn to use Linux. Also, my name is Doc Jade on the Cyber Mentor Discord. Feel free to stop by and say hi. With that in mind, let's talk more about the course itself. I had a number of goals in mind when I developed it. First, I wanted to make it accessible to users that have never used Linux before. If you fall into that category, great! I'm excited that you've decided to jump in and learn it. Second, I wanted to focus on the command line and not GUI tools. Depending on your situation, you may not always have access to a GUI interface. For example, you may be remotely logged into a machine and only have shell access. Also, most GUI tools simply wrap around the command line tools anyway. Next, a lot of the content that is already out there on learning Linux focuses on administering a Linux system. I designed this course for those of you that want to focus on learning how to use Linux to get things done. I frequently tell students that this is an active doing discipline and not a passive reading discipline. You will find that these videos use the absolute minimum amount of slides I can get away with. The vast majority of the videos are practical, hands-on demonstrations of the material. The few slides that are present simply exist to give context to the demonstrations. Last, this course is designed to provide a foundation for the average user. It doesn't cover every imaginable detail of Linux. Think of it as a starting point of your education in Linux. Given the complexity of the tools we will discuss, there isn't a practical way to cover everything. These videos give you the foundation you need to learn more on your own. With those goals in mind, let's talk about the things you can do to ensure your success in this course. First, there are a number of supplemental resources available. Among them, you can find an archive of all the sample files I use in the course videos and a document that contains all the commands I use. Use these resources to help you learn. Don't just watch the videos. Follow along with me as I demonstrate how a command works. Once you understand what I did in the video, explore the commands on your own. Do things like try different command line options or change the text files to see what happens. Also, I've provided a number of exercises for you to complete. Most follow on directly from the material covered in the videos, but some go beyond what is covered. To complete these exercises, you need to take what you have learned as a starting point and then search for a solution on your own. In my years of teaching, I have found that one of the best things students can do to succeed is use Linux as much as they can. Don't just go through the videos and think that is enough, because it isn't. Try to use Linux as a daily driver as much as possible. You probably can't do everything in it, but the more you use it, the better you will understand it. Lastly, ask for help. The best place to go is the course room on the Cyber Mentor Discord channel. To wrap things up, I want to show you a few of the topics we will cover. As you can see, this course covers a broad range of topics, from basic command line usage to shell scripting. The content you will encounter in this course is the exact same content I use for the introductory Linux course I teach university students. I've just cut some of the normal university stuff out that isn't necessary for an on-demand course, and I've refined the remaining content to maximize the time you are investing. Again, I'm excited you've decided to join me in this course. Now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get started learning Linux.